Momodou Sabally, a strong UDP militant, has urged the National Assembly to initiate impeachment proceedings against President Adama Barrow over his comment on the airport $20 security report fees. Commenting for the first time on the controversial airport security fee, President Barrow told a gathering of the Gambian community in New York that the $20 airport security levy will help the country in terms of development. But reacting to the president's comments, Sabally, a former Secretary General, said the president should be impeached for preempting the National Security Council inquiry into the Malagan investigation. I quote, "In any serious democracy with a vibrant opposition, the security report saga will have evoked a minimum of parliamentary inquiry and possible peaceful protest by individuals and civil society organizations. A media house with unquestionable integrity of Malagan does an investigation report that the government coyly admits the effect that the National Security Council is to convene a meeting to look into the security report contract. The head of the same government preempts that outcome of his own government's effort to review the relevant contract document by justifying the questionable $20 airport levy and even suggesting to legitimize it by including in the tickets cost." End of quote. He said the National Assembly should immediately start the process of impeachment because Malagan sources in this corruption racket are actually serving officials of this same government. I quote, "I would have expected the president to stay mute on this matter and allow the team instructed by his own office to review the contract document and come up with their recommendations before making base statement, but as it is, he has already given his verdict and this could be used by security report should this contentious matter lead to international arbitration," he said. Sabally added, "I am blaming the government because the government failed to act appropriately in the interest of the citizens. The fact that this matter was handled at the office of the president is a very signal that there is no intention to do things the right way and according to the law from the get-go." Also speaking on the controversy surrounding the security report contract, a critic of the Barrow administration, Sidi Sane, said, "Security report is a business concern whose primary interest is to ensure that the business association entered the government ignored our concerns and warnings the desired outcomes and conditions for the company, for elements of the contract since the project was first mooted to sustain back in the company and its employees. On the other side of the ledger, it is role of the client, in this case the Gambia government, to ensure that it gets value for money to protect the interests and general welfare of all Gambians. Unfortunately, in this case, the deal is anything with that. It is unfortunate that the government ignored our concerns and warnings about the terms and conditions of some elements of the contract since the project was first mooted back in 2018. At the time to the present, Gambians are not privy to the details of the contract, a major infraction of the procurement rules governing such public sector contracts. These contracts, by law, must be accessible to the general public, Sane said. Sane urged the government to reopen negotiations with security report with a view to amicably and with least injury to either party because the tax has already harmed our tourism industry and threatens to cause further harm. Source: The Standard newspaper. Report